Kitartó. A picsába mi ez? Írjátok ki a fattyút!
Még sajnálni fogod, hogy megjelentél itt, te szarok!
Várnod kell, galambocskám, amíg elintézzük.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream. Warn the others! They've tore its scallops! Run for it! Flee! Flee! To Talmberg! Go! They'll kill you all!
You said something about a message? What was it about?
Nothing terribly urgent. It's better never to lend money to kin. It's always a nuisance. That's just what I said to him. Oh, how do you take that?
You've done well, lad. I heard about your father.
Oh, God.
They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
Food.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons.
Please tell me.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done...
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, milady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Hey, look out! Seems...
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. It was terrible and I went to the tavern to buy ale for father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while, and our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg. I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding, those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Probislavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Scarlet serf, and he'll happily tell them everything.
I didn't think of that.
Not that I'm spoiling for a fight, but if I have to choose a place for it,
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway.
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig! What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storming of the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't be a soulmate right there now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you...
I could use...
Is that a request?
I'd...
Of course I...
Splendid.
Good health to you.
What do you think about how...
Thank the Lord.
It seems everyone...
Well, and by the way...
Thank you.
Wandering around like... I don't think...
I will.
Everyone to the Bailey Battle! Quickly, we have visitors!
Let's go! Move it! Go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go!
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg, and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Good health to you.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair, him and Wenceslas's cousin Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, Your lord commanded you to stay here.
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Hey, watch it. Hey.
Them with the strange clothes and iron marks on their faces. Aye, I saw them. Made my blood run cold.
They won't come back. Why would they? You stay here.
It's terrible what's going on in our land these days.
Good health to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the...
Let's have a word about the price.
Aye.
Here you are.
My word.
Be a bit more careful.
Damn! Be a bit more careful.
Hey! You! Don't move a muscle!
Good health to you.
My respect.
Can we trade?
If you've got...
Can we do...
Naturally.
Here you are.
Thank...
It's all the same to me who sits on the throne, as long as there's law and order in the land.
Then it's better to have Wenceslas.
Be a bit more careful. Hey!
Everything points to it, can't you see? All anyone knows, she might be some wild woman of the
Did I tell you about my wife's life?
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? No, I didn't know she did that.
Good day to you.
Iron masks on their faces. I saw
Still a bit of light.
blood was the kind of sheep. I heard they see them and they broke through.
Sir Robard, I need...
What would you do?
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
And the nobles are doing nothing about it.
Here, Bip.
Water.
Well then.
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? Them with the strange clothes and iron masks on their faces. They eat their prisoners and make broth from corpses.
Good health to you.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Scarlet.
What would you do?
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't...
Sorry, lad. God be with you.
Sir Robard...
What would you do?
My parents...
Good health to you.
Can we trade?
If you've...
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? Them with the strange clothes.
God be with you.
Sir Robard.
What would you...
My parents died.
Be glad I'm in a good mood, and won't have it spoiled by some...
You won't see him marauding with foreign mercenaries until it is found by Sigismund. True enough. Never since Sigismund conquered Wittenberg.
Good day to you.
I need to get out.
Says who?
I'm not trying to make a fool of you.
Do you think
I won't give you anything.
Then you'll just have to stay.
I need to get out.
Says who?
I'm wearing your colours, but I'm just a messenger. Sir Robard sent me to Rattay with important tidings.
Oh, all right, all right.
Hey! Open the gate!
Looks like they've already gone.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Go!
Oh dear, did that...
Oh, God. Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
You're in the wrong...
Oh. Ah.
Bailiff. He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand. You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me. Just wait a moment. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back to you. I won't leave you like this.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Zbyszek, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
Never mind. So what are you doing here, Zbyszek?
What do you care what I'm doing here?
What are you doing here?
I asked what you're doing here. How about you give me an answer?
If I want to confess, I'll go to the priest. Go away and leave me in peace.
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave. I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it, anyway?
Fine. I'll take the spade and you can have the sword. You can have it right up your ass.
You think you can talk that way just because you've got a sword?
Bullshit. I don't know much about sword fighting.
Suits me. I'll knock your teeth in then. Ah! Ah!
That's right. This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all. do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek? Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down. As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah! I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
George!
Do you need some help?
Henry! There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Talmberg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzig he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. Good morning to you.
Haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humour back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Rattay Mill. My uncle's mill at Peshek.
I've been locked.
Uncle...
Well enough to...
He's in low...
I know, sir.
You've been in your...
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from.
Look, couldn't I just pay you instead?
I'd say you're a fucking ungrateful pup. But if you think you got money to throw around, so be it. You'll pay me the costs, and for a whole fortnight of my valuable...
That much? You're a usurer. But so be it. Here you are.
Fine. A debt should be paid. But if you're interested in work, I still need that job done.
Tell me about it.
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while...
That sounds straightforward enough.
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only...
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you
I was prepared for...
Listen.
Jesus Christ.
Money. Still a human...
I think I've already...
What's your... If there's...
Thanks.
Oh, and, Try unlocking this trunk. Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, you hold the... Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade. Don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick.
Oh well, I
Otherwise,
wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
You'll be fucked, and you'll have to start all over again. You forced it and broke the lockpick. That crack could be hurting Kuttenberg. You have to watch out for that. An experienced guard will recognize that. You're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. Remember, this trunk's only for practice. With real locks, you have to watch out for the pick. Try it a few more times if you like. Then good luck with the real thing.
Would you teach me something about the milling craft?
Aye.
Don't you start. Oh well, I wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
What are you doing?
I'll stand. First, you have... Once you've found... Try stealing my... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome. But I'll be having that dagger back now.
Will you teach me how to pickpocket better?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
All right.
Isn't that quite...
Agreed. Now listen up.
I hear you're able to open...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right.
Isn't that quite a lot?
Agreed. Now listen up.
Can you tell... That's all. I'd like to try...
As you wish. I'll stand... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. That's the way. Best practice.
Thanks, Pasha.
You're welcome.
I'd like to try...
What? I'll stand here. One, try. Be a bit... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. That's the way. Best practice.
Thanks, Pasha.
You're welcome.
I'd like...
I'll stand. Once. Caught you! If this was for real... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. That's the way. Best...
I'd like to...
Once... I'll stand... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. That's the... You... Once... Up. One... Try... Damn! Caught you! Caught you! Caught you! Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
You men are like little kids.
Caught you! Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. Best practice.
Fuck.
You.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry. I feel quite hungry. I could do with a bite to eat. Christ, nothing on the left hand. The right? Oh shit, there's nothing there either. Where the fuck is that ring? Oh, the stench makes me want to puke. Peshek will pay for this.
Someone there.
Miller Peshek sent me. He's very sorry, but by mistake he didn't give you the full weight of flour last time. He says you should come and get the balance.
That rogue. How much is it?
Half a sack. That's nothing to sneeze at.
It certainly isn't. I'll go there right away.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry. What? This is nothing but an ordinary copper band. It's not worth a 10 penny.
God be with you.
I have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojciech, the miller in Kohelnitz. A clever fellow.
Stolen goods? That's all. Can you tell me something?
There's a couple of...
Tell me about Wojciech.
He's young and hot-blooded, with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. A slimy bastard he is. And now they're sworn enemies.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is. A loner who don't talk much. But he's as...
Parte nos.
Jesus, look where you going. Hey!
Good health to you.
Miller Peshek from Ratai sent me with this ring for you.
A ring?
Here it is.
Useless fucking bauble. You must be Henry, right? Peshek told me about you.
What the... Why did you throw it away? Do you know how much trouble I had to get it? Peshek said it was important to you.
Like I said, it's a piece of junk. It was just a test to see if you've got the balls to work for the miller. It's a custom of ours, testing fledglings in the trade with a nice... We need to see if you'll be hobbled by pointless principles, or if you're willing to use your head. Congratulations. You passed the test, and now we'll have a few jobs for you.
What am I to do with these things?
Buying and selling stolen goods is a crime. But if they're worth something, I can make sure they're, properly cared for. Not that I'd buy them from you, but I could, store them for you. And you'll get some coin for taking care of them before.
So if someone loses something, and I happen to find it...
That's the arrangement.
Do you need help with anything?
Just in time. There is a certain matter I need resolving. You may have heard that Sir Robard of Talmberg is a stickler for having all his gear neat and tidy.
The commander of the guard? Sir Robard? I'm already confused. Just tell me what I need to do.
It's like this. I want you to break into the Talmberg armory and steal a few Waffen rocks with the coat of arms on them.
Ah, and once Sir Robard finds some of his guardsmen's equipment is missing...
He'll see to the commander of the guard, who's the only one with keys and answerable for their safekeeping. When Robard finds out he's losing things from under his nose, he'll have him whipped. And I'll get what I'm after. Satisfaction. Take at least 5 Waffen rocks to make it a proper stink.
Consider it done. What am I to do with the Waffen rocks once I have them?
I'll burn them to get rid of the evidence. Just make sure you don't get caught.
I'd like you to teach...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right.
Isn't that...
Agreed.
Boss, back kapot!
Ah, tästä kurtod.
Low fast.
What's the matter?
I have a proposal.
I'm listening.
A little friendly
All right.
Do you have any
Well...
Surely you didn't...
Aye.
Ow. Bollocks! Way off!
Fucker.
There's plenty of coin in it.
What is it?
It's just that you look like some... And as it...
All right.
It's like... And this...
I've no time for...
No time...
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry for anything else, but he can... You're the young...
Yes, that'll be me.
The lady of the castle was asking after you.
Ah, I'll go and see her then. Thank you.
Very well. someone there? Must be the wind. What was that?
The Lord save you. What do you need?
I heard you wanted to talk to me, my lady.
It's true. I need something from you.
How can I help?
My cousin, young Sophie, is going to be wed. It will be an entry into a new life, and I want everything to be perfect for her. I'm looking for a few things to give her as a gift, and you're going to find them for me.
My lady, why me?
Normally I'd let the Chamberlain take care of it, but he doesn't have any taste. And I've been told no task is too challenging for you. Is that...
It will be my honour, my lady.
I need you to pick up an ornamental crown from Sasau for Sophie, wine from a merchant in Ratai, and a roan from the stable in Ujits.
You said a roan from Ujits?
Precisely. It's a beautiful animal. Wait till you see it. Dietrich said he'd ride it here himself, but I can already imagine how he'll end up killing himself on that horse. But you, so young and vigorous.
And the ornamental...
I had the engravers in Sasau make it. That just...
Who am I supposed to pick up the wine from?
From Conrad Hagen in Ratai. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Here you go. That should...
Wine?
Thank you, Henry. I just will.
Who am I?
From Conrad Hagen in Rattay. And believe me, I know.
What? What the hell are you doing?
What was that?
What in the name? You!
Hey, who's there?
Hey, watch it! Lout!
Hey, who's there? Right, try that one. No sign of anyone. God knows what it was. What was that? Must be the wind. Back trouble?
Hey, yeah.
Someone...
What the hell was that?
Hey, who's there? Is someone there? What was that? I must have imagined it.
You! What the hell are you fooling around here for? You off right now or I'll fucking see you off.
What the hell was that?
The Lord.
How?
And
And the
I.
you.
But
What?
thank.
Damn.
Have you lost something?
Hát ez rövid lesz. Nesze! A szarba!
Yo!
Ez betalált! Elé!
The Lord... Thank...
Could do with a bite to eat.
Come here, lily liver.
Could do with a bite to eat. I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
What do you want here? Hop it or I'll call a guard.
What was that noise?
That sounded like...
No sign of anyone. God knows where it was. Someone there?
Who's there? Answer me.
Good day to you.
Any work?
Enough.
Lost. Oh. Well, right. I'm looking for the local groom.
Well, you found him. What can I do for you?
The lady Stephanie of Talmberg sent me. She said you have a roan ready for her.
Well, Chamberlain Dietrich said someone would come. We have him here, but if he's ready, I can't say. That miserable horse will let you saddle him and walk him around the courtyard, but as soon as someone sits on him, he goes completely wild.
That horse is supposed to be presented at a noble woman's wedding. Probably won't be appropriate if he makes a spectacle of his rider. Is there anything I can do?
Try asking Vashek. For some reason, that devil horse listens to him. Then take the horse with you. Dietrich's arranged everything.
I feel quite hungry.
My respects to you.
How's... I'm not... I... Can you... You did... Quite... Can you... Quite... When... Fine. Well? Pies used to... I heard you have a way with the horse that unsaddles everyone else.
Yes. I suppose I do.
And how do you do it? How do you calm him down?
I'm good to him.
Listen, Vashek. I've been entrusted by the Lady of Talmberg. I need you to help me understand how to calm down that roan.
Lady Stephanie?
Then you know her.
She's a good person. She even talked to me once.
I know her too, and she was nice to me as well. Will you help me with the roan?
You have to... sing him his favorite song.
And which one would that be?
2 horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown, and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair?
That's, interesting.
I know how it looks, but he likes it.
Thank you, Vashek. I'd like you to show me...
Certainly.
Well... I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Dad!
So, boy, want me to sing? You're definitely the first horse I've ever serenaded. 2 horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair? Well, you still gonna throw me off?
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Good health to you.
I'd like to learn to...
You? Bear in mind.
All right.
Very well.
Here are you.
Then we... No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
I've read the book.
Wonderful.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. Like I told you.
Does that mean...
Yes, you have... Now we're... There's a book on...
I only just...
You're a...
I feel quite hungry.
I read the page.
So tell me, dist poulet?
Nullus est liber tam malus, ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before.
Thank you.
So, boy, want me to sing? You're definitely the first horse I've ever serenaded. Two horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair? Well, you still gonna throw me off? I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Lady Stephanie. Thank you, Henry.
get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Hey.
God be with you.
Have you seen a horse?
My old woman saw him, and she...
Aye. Do you eat horse meat often?
We eat whatever comes our way, Goodman. These days a man can't be too fussy.
I see. Have you seen...
My old woman...
Aye. All right. Have you seen...
I have, by...
And did you see which way you went?
South.
Thank you for your help.
What is it? Jesus Christ be...
Have you seen a horse?
I haven't.
Where did you see him?
A short distance down the road, there's...
And where did he run onto?
Well, he splashed about and then ran upstream into the woods.
Much obliged.
My pleasure. Good luck.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Have you seen a...
Certainly have. He ran past here heading upstream. Thistle went after him and hasn't come back yet.
Thistle?
A local charcoal burner. None too smart. We call him Thistle.
Right. Well, thank you.
Hey!
My respects to you.
I'm afraid this horse is a runaway from the Ujit stables. You can't have it.
Fuck off! I don't care where he escaped from. Go find your own horse.
You're Thistle, aren't you?
Aye?
No. But as I was looking for that horse, I came across the charcoal camp, and they spoke of you.
And what did they say?
Oh, they were laughing at you. They seemed to think you were some kind of moron for leaving your stuff unguarded.
They were laughing at me? The bastards! Thanks, friend.
Anytime.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I found pie for you.
Dear God! What a relief! Between ourselves, he was none too cheap. I don't know what I'd have done if he was gone for good. Here's something for your trouble.
Thank you. Just try not to lose him again.
We'll do our best.
Jesus Christ.
Is there anything suspicious going?
Indeed there is. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either.
Is there anything...
Nothing out of the...
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving...
This is no laughing matter.
And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good.
Tirasos. Most back coupled. Stop! Hivatok veled!
Hier! Jäger failed.
Ah!
Elég volt. Itt vagyok. Na mi van, gyere! Nem vagy képes többre?
The answer to my prayer is when I wanted to vent my rage on
A teremtési!
But I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
I'll slay you!